Hi everyone, it's Jo with my most recent update on Healy. I was really hoping that this most recent video posting today on the 18th of July 2020 would bring some really positive news and some changes to some of these frustrations I've been reporting for a little while. But unfortunately, we are really wondering now what's happening with Healy. There's a lot going on behind the scenes and they don't want us to know. So I have been receiving a lot of emails from a lot of people. Now, thank you, because originally I was a little bit concerned I was going to be flooded with hate mail because I was speaking out about Healy, not in a negative way about the product. You all know I love the product. I use the product. I have 4 of them. I've always endorsed it. Lots of videos that I've made about where I've found the Healy device and the frequency is really helpful in a whole bunch of areas, mental health, physical and otherwise. But there's stuff going on, and my concern has always been that if they didn't get their shit together, that there's going to be a real breakdown in not just the distribution of the product, which we are seeing happening now, but in the integrity of the company. And that would be a really disappointing thing to see, because I've said it before, I believe the people at the top are well-intentioned, but my thoughts remain that the multi-level marketing model that they chose to distribute the Healy product with has not been the best decision. That's just my opinion. You're entitled to yours. I guess I came into this skeptical about the multi-level marketing model, and unfortunately all my experience and the experience of many other people has done is confirm my hesitation. So let's talk about the 10 most recent updates and the things that are continuing in the background to cause some problems with the Healy and the satisfaction of the consumers. So number 1, what's happening with the wristbands, guys? Like, more and more people are posting on Facebook and contacting me that they're not getting their wristbands in their package, or sometimes they're just getting one set. Now, I did try and contact the company to find out what was happening. Obviously didn't get an answer. They just do not answer their emails, only except you get these generic responses every couple of weeks saying, we need more time to answer your inquiry. So I contacted someone a little bit higher up in the company, and they said that there's a shortage of not just product, but all the parts, so the bands and the ear electrodes. So that didn't really make sense. So what are they doing? Are they just not sending them? They just putting one in each packet to share them around? I can't tell you. I really don't know. But this doesn't seem to just be a one-off. You know, one person here, one person there not getting their wristbands. It seems to be a pattern, which I do not have the answer for. It's a bit of an anomaly. But if you're one of these people that have only got one wristband or none, I can't even suggest much more other than email, which you're probably not going to get a response to. Perhaps go onto Amazon. There are some cheaper types of wristbands that you could also buy there, but that's unfortunate that you have to do that. Number 2 is people upgrading their programs are getting lost in space. Now, I don't think this one is as bad as the wristbands. I have read and heard of some people upgrading, and it's taking months, and it's an electronic upgrade, so I'm not sure why it's taking so long. But then there's a few other people that are getting it within the week. So there seems to be a little bit of an imbalance with this, which I also cannot explain. Another anomaly. Some people are getting their upgrades relatively quickly. Others are still waiting months for an electronic upgrade. Number 3, the actual placement of the orders. So if you've ordered a Healy, is now months in the waiting. Now, the Singapore hub, the Australasia area, Australia, New Zealand, Thailand, Singapore, Cambodia, Vietnam, all those areas, we were doing pretty well. I had distributed a few and people were getting their Healys within 2 weeks, which I thought was pretty good. However, now the Australasia or Singapore hub have notified us that they are simply out of product. they have them on back order, and it's going to be at least a month until they get more devices, and then however long to process the backlog of orders and then post them to you. So yes, there is a significant wait at the moment. I know in the US, a separate hub, for whatever reasons, potentially coronavirus, but there's already people waiting months to receive their Healys. So that is not good news either. Number 4 is that commissions are missing. Now, I have to say I didn't have a problem with this. I got my commissions fairly easily and quickly, as I was expected to do, but I am receiving communications and reading posts in different groups that people are having some problems receiving their commission. So I can talk to what I'm hearing, and I can talk to my experience. My experience is that has not happened for me. However, that was a couple of months ago. I did stop distributing the product because, as I said in my last video, I, in good faith, will not continue to distribute Healy until these problems get sorted. I continue to use it and talk about it and share my product in my clinic, but I won't be distributing it at the moment. Well, at least not without a bit of a disclaimer and a warning to potential consumers that these are the issues that they're facing. If they then want to still proceed and purchase one, by all means, I'll support them in that. But I will not be talking Healy up and saying they were without fault and that there's no issues just so that I can get a commission. But yes, there are people continually waiting for commissions or not getting the correct commission. So I can't really speak to that one, but just note that it has been a bit of an ongoing issue for some people. Number 5. Now this is one, my own experience, I have had trouble with. I did qualify for the fast start. I think it's the fast start bonus, where I distributed 3 Healys in the first 28 days, which potentially qualified me for a free resonance because my initial purchase was a resonance. However, 6 weeks later, nothing. Have sent off 3 tickets to Healy about this without any response, and was told by someone in my upline that it would be in my back office. There'd be a notification that I'd qualified for the fast start bonus. No notification. So it appears that I will not get my free resonance, which was why I worked so hard to try and distribute 3 in the first 28 days to qualify for that. I also know other people with various bonuses, not just the fast start bonus, but various bonuses have also had no confirmation or notification that their bonus has been received, so they're missing out. I don't know what's happening with that. I don't know if I will end up getting it, but I have not been very pleased with that. Promising that you will get a free resonance. I went and spent $4,000 in my initial purchase, with the intention of getting another one, so that has not happened and is unlikely to happen from what I can see so far. Number 6, this is a general one, but this is the one that's impacting most people, and that is Healy's customer service team are not responding to emails. You're just not getting through, and if you do, if you're lucky enough to get a response, it's either an auto-generated one saying you need more time, or it's someone asking a question about your query, and then that then pushes it back even further. So I think this is being spoken to more than enough, and I talked about this in my last video. I don't think we need to harp on this any longer. It is very clear, it's apparent, and I think it's without argument that Healy's customer service is grossly lacking and will be the single biggest problem that they face at the moment. They are losing their reputation over this. They are losing customers over this, and ultimately that equates to money. So I think if they don't get their act together in the customer service department very quickly, they're going to feel that in their hip pocket. Number 7, the program's not downloading on the device. Now, people are saying that they're purchasing their Healys, they're receiving their Healys after waiting months, and then in some cases, they've just got one program. They might have ordered, for instance, someone I did speak to ordered the Holistic Health Plus, and they got one gold program. Not even all the gold programs, just one single program. And there's been probably about 10 people that I can speak to personally that this has happened to, and then multiple others on Facebook groups where I'm reading the same thing. So people are ordering the Healys, and for whatever reason, they are not getting the programs that they're ordered. I can't explain this one either. I just simply do not know what's going on. These issues are infiltrating all areas of Healy now. So what started off as some small initial problems are just growing. Now everyone's saying the company's growing, but why aren't they dealing with these problems? Why aren't they putting on more customer service teams? Why aren't these issues getting dealt with? I don't know. I actually find it indefensible at the moment. And speaking of that, that brings me to number 8, is that many of the upline, the people at the top, are defending this behaviour. Now, I think it's one thing, as I do, to say I love the product. That's fine. You can say you love the product, but stop selling it. Stop telling people that Healy is great and that there are no issues. And I've had that said directly to me, that there are no issues. I mean, are you in complete denial? There are issues. And that doesn't mean I'm a negative person, as I have also been accused of by a couple of people. I must say at this point, the majority of people have been very supportive and understanding, and I'm very appreciative for that. I'm not here to try and diss the company. I'm here to try and improve it. I want to be part of this company. I want to be able to distribute and promote Healy in an honourable way, in a way with integrity and truth. And I can't do that at the moment. So please, Upline, stop defending the company. It doesn't mean you're going to be going against them or defaming them. Just call out the problems with the intention of getting them resolved. And that is my goal here, is to get these issues resolved. Number 9. Okay, this is an interesting. What is happening with Dirc? Dirc Zalman, who was the CEO. What is going on there? Now, most of you, if you remember, would have received some communication recently over the last week informing you that Dirc has been terminated. You would have got an email similar to this. Dear Healy World members, ladies and gentlemen, with this letter we wish to inform you that Healy World is terminating its cooperation with Mr. Dirc Zalman effective immediately. Thus, with immediate effect, Mr. Dirc Zalman is no longer active as a master distributor or in any other way for Healy World. Now, there was a business group, Team Business for Home, reached out to Dirc Zalman and tried to get his take on this. And all they were able to report back was that it was a relatively acrimonious split and that, quote unquote, Mr. Dirc Zalman did not agree with the termination. Now, in that letter, it's very short and it doesn't really explain much, and that's left a lot of people very curious, asking questions naturally, right? What is going on? It leaves a bit of a sour taste in your mouth because the letter isn't very nice. It's very short, very blunt. Some people have said it's a European-generated email, and therefore it has some cultural references that may not have transferred over to the US or to Australia. I don't know about that. Healy's in 40-something countries. You know, they managed to translate their instruction book and other manuals into different languages. Sure, they could have fixed the language or the intonation of the email to not make it sound like there's some acrimonious or unhappy separation here. What I did find interesting when I was trying to get a little bit more information is that there is a position from Andreas, I think it's Kornberger, who is the new CEO, and he also commented in some sort of interview that he was taking over and that there was no animosity, and he's grateful to be resuming this position of CEO after Dirc. It says in this particular communication on businessforhome.org that Dirc steps down to join a rapidly expanding Healy World sales field that has grown to over 60,000 members in under a year and a half. It says that he is now going to continue in the distribution of the product. He's going to leave the corporate position to enter the sales field to market the Healy World line of product.
But that is in stark contrast to what was said in the email you and I probably received, which said that Dirc is no longer active as a master distributor or in any other way representing Healy World. So something has gone on behind the scenes. Is it because of these gross failings that I am speaking to? There's definitely been some profits, I think over 10 million or something now in the last year from Healy. Profit has come in, but this is where I'm saying they're going to lose all of that. They're going to lose their reputation if they don't resolve the issues. So was Dirc responsible for those issues and Healy is recognising that? If so, communicate that more efficiently. Let us know what's going on so we don't jump to conclusions and think the worst. In any case, it's a bit of an anomaly also what's happened with Dirc, and I don't think a lot of people know. I have spoken to a few people who say that they know things but they're not allowed to talk. I think it's been kept pretty hush-hush at the moment, but certainly I think it's fair to speculate that something untoward has happened. There's been some sort of acrimonious split, which is unfortunate, but it happens, right? It happens in all companies. So be transparent, communicate with us, because if someone has been terminated because they didn't do their job good, we want to know that, because that gives us hope that maybe the next person's aware of the issues and Healy is in fact trying to fix them. Number 10. This is the last one. People that are still selling the product right now with all of this need to stop. As I've said, I have ceased my distribution. I am not doing that anymore. I continue to tell people that Healy is great, but in the next breath, I tell them about these issues that I'm speaking to in my videos. Healy is great. Come and use it with me. I've got a few. Come and hire one. Come and borrow one. Come and trial one with me. Talk to me about all the research and the evidence that I think is accumulating and existing with frequency-specific microcurrent. I am more than happy to endorse that. But when it comes to the problems that potential new consumers will face if they become members of Healy World right now, I am going to be forthcoming and honest and transparent, and I will not apologize for that. That does not mean that I am not gracious and I'm a negative person. It means I'm truthful and I will remain standing in this position of truth. So if you want a Healy, yes, I think it's a great product. I think you will benefit from it really no matter what condition you have. There's some benefits that you can experience from using Healy. Should you get one right now? That is your call. But be aware that you will be expecting major delays. There are all these potential problems and you may be very dissatisfied with the customer service and the administrative side of it. So if you still want to buy one after knowing that, absolutely, I am more than happy to support you. But all you distributors, I think, stand together, acknowledge that there are problems, stop trying to defend a company that has some issues. Let's support them in a very positive, productive and constructive way. So I hope someone right up the top at Healy looks at these videos, looks at the messages that people are putting on Facebook and is able to discern the growing and the increasing dissatisfaction that we're seeing and does something about it. That's simply all I want to see, is that we get some positive results moving forward, and I really hope, and with truth and encouragement, I hope that that does happen. So that's it for now. Hopefully the next video will have some positive updates and we can get back to sharing and distributing a quality product that really does work and really is effective and can help and support you with whatever condition you're experiencing. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other and have a very happy and peace-filled day. Bye-bye.